Got a man in your life that you think might be gaslighting you? Are you curious what gaslighting is and what you can do to combat it? In this video, I'm going to explain the 3 types of gaslighting, how your boyfriend or husband goes about victimizing you, how gaslighting affects you and how to protect yourself, how to heal from the emotional damage, and how to move on to a healthier relationship. So, let's get to it. Hey everyone, I'm dating coach Ryan Patrick. Man, we have a massive and important subject to tackle today: how to deal with gaslighting in a relationship. If you think you're currently being gaslighted or even a hint of gaslighting in a relationship, you're gonna wanna stick around for this entire video. I'm literally gonna go through everything about gaslighting so you have all the knowledge, all the tools to walk away from this emotional abuse in one piece. But first, I just want to thank all of you that have subscribed to my channel. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. It means so much to me when you guys comment and like these videos. It just really gives me great motivation to wake up every morning and create content for you. This doesn't work without you guys, so thank you. I have helpful videos coming out every Monday and Thursday. We'd love for you to join the party, so just go ahead and click that big red button that says subscribe below. I'd really appreciate it. Okay. On to the heart of it. So the 3 types of gaslighting, or the 3 reasons that an abuser might be manipulating you, are the following. The first one is he's hiding something from you. The second one is he's attempting to change something about you. And number 3, he's trying to control you. So first, hiding something. He's trying to hide something from you that he should probably be totally ashamed that he did. I'm talking about things like cheating. I'm talking about things like him having reckless spending habits. Now, the messed up part of this equation is that he feels justified in doing this behavior. And he doesn't want you to know about it because he doesn't want you confronting him about it, because that would be a total inconvenience to him. Now you see, this is where the great switch happens. In this situation, he's going to try to get you to doubt yourself so he can keep his behavior hidden. And if you do inevitably discover what he's been up to, he might say something like, "Remember that time you were wrong about X?" Or something like, "If you loved me, you'd trust me. The fact that you don't hurts me." And manipulative crap like that. The second way, attempting to change something about you. Now this one's a little scary because it's pretty broad. He might be trying to change something small about you, like you not wearing an article of clothing that he doesn't like, but it can be something as big as changing your entire belief system and everything that falls in between. Now he's doing this because he wants to mold the relationship to suit his needs, to suit his fantasies, rather than just trying to develop a healthy relationship with you. Something he might say in a manipulative type way to change you would be something like, "Looks like you're gaining a few pounds. Now I love the way you look, but I just want you to be healthy. So maybe you should lose a few pounds. For yourself, of course." The key thing to understand here is that this is not going to be a one-time event. This is going to be a series of events over time. So it's hard to look at just a one-off situation and be like, "Oh, you're gaslighting me." No. It's really the intent behind a long strand of behavior. So if you see a bunch of these signs popping up and they just keep happening and happening, chances are gaslighting is present in the relationship. So if he's just pummeling you with critical comments like what we just went through, it's very possible that he's trying to change the core of who you are. The third way he'll gaslight you is by trying to control you. Now, the most common way he'll do this is by isolating you from your friends and family. Basically, he wants to run your whole life for you. So your boyfriend or your husband will try and make you believe that your friends or your family members hate him, and by you choosing to see them and communicate with them violates your love and commitment that you have for one another. He may do this by trying to move you away from them under the guise of a new job or a new adventure. They will keep you busy with activities, they will shower you with lavish gifts to convince you that they love you, or tell you whatever he has to tell you so that you'll believe him. So those are the 3 types of gaslighting. So now let's go through some surefire signs that you're being abused. And again, we're not so much concerned with one-off events here. We're looking for patterns or clusters of behavior over the course of your relationship. So first, the signs you'll see coming from him. The first one is withholding information. This will include him giving you half-truths or giving you just enough information to to satisfy your curiosity. He also may act confused or not understand or refuse to talk about emotions with you. The second sign is him changing information. If he can't successfully withhold information from you, he might just change it altogether. So instead of him cheating on you with his coworker, he's just staying late at work. Or if you're pressing him on something and you're getting closer, he might say something like, "Well, I remember it this way," giving you just enough truth for you to doubt yourself. And over time, if he keeps doing this to you and you keep doubting yourself, you may get to a point where you don't even trust your own memory again. The third sign is him discounting information. Now, he'll pull this one out if he needs to discredit a source that's threatening him in some way. He might say, "Oh, you're gonna believe that person over me?" Or, "That's fake news." Something to that effect. So if he does this one enough, discounting information, you could get to a point where you no longer trust the source of information that you once trusted. The fourth sign is verbal abuse. Now, he'll do this one to reduce your self-esteem and impose his point of view on you to increase doubt within yourself. Interestingly enough, he may even mask it as a joke and then claim that you have no sense of humor. Making fun of a woman's weight is a really common one here. And if you hear it enough, you begin to believe it. And the fifth sign is isolation. As I mentioned before, he's going to be trying to remove you from your friends and family. This is a severe form of manipulation, and this should not be tolerated at all in any relationship. They may even try to manipulate things like TV, movies, or social media so that they can control the flow of information coming to you. So those are the signs you're going to see coming from your boyfriend or your husband. Now let's discuss the symptoms you're going to be suffering from as a result. The first one is relationship dissatisfaction. It will feel like things have just gotten so bad and that you've gotten to a breaking point and you just can't take it anymore. But you may fear talking about it with other people, which makes this very unique. The second symptom is increased self-doubt. Now, self-doubt can be a healthy thing if it happens every so often, but if it's happening regularly, that could be a sign of abuse. For example, being unable or afraid to make even the simplest decisions about what to wear or what to eat is a huge red flag. The third symptom is being overly apologetic. This is a classic sign of abuse, especially if you're doing it with really small things. The fourth is lack of self-esteem. Your confidence takes a hit because you no longer trust the things that you used to trust, like your own thoughts. The fifth is depression and anxiety. Now, if you find yourself suffering from this, you definitely want to seek help. And if you have this and you have no other family history of this condition, it may be because of your man. The sixth thing is forgetfulness. Now, this can be caused by things like lack of sleep, stress, or medical conditions. But it's all related to your environment. It's all related to the gaslighting. And the seventh one is codependency. If you find yourself in a situation where you're just unable to function without having your man around, this is a huge red flag of codependency. And he may want you codependent on him for his own reasons. So it's more than possible that his gaslighting has been chipping away at you for some time. So those are just 7 symptoms that you might see in yourself as a result of gaslighting. Now I want to move to the things you can do to protect yourself from the effects of gaslighting. The first one is surround yourself with family and friends. By doing this, you're going to be taking away a gaslighter's biggest tool. So what you want to do from the get-go, from the very beginning, is insist on having these people in your life. And there's no reason that they shouldn't be in your life. They are going to help keep you rooted in reality. They're also going to be extra sets of eyes for you, and they may see things that you may not normally see that are potentially harmful to you. The second thing you can do is unplug. Social media, the news, these are things that can keep us in a really stressful, anxious place. So just remove them for a while altogether. Also, try to avoid hot button topics with other people like politics. This will give you a chance to detox a bit. The third thing you can do is keep a journal and pictures. A gaslighter can't modify tangible memories that you've created. And you want to keep these things in a secret, safe place. These are only for you. And documenting your life is great for many reasons. Mainly, this journal will help remind you of vital information, but having great memories and recording them will make you feel great down the road. So if you doubt something, just go back and see if you recorded anything about it. This is also going to help you see those patterns we were talking about of things your man said or did that made you feel terrible. Now, the fourth thing is you could leave the relationship. if and only if this guy is not willing to modify his behavior, it's just not worth remaining in the relationship. Now, I go into much more detail about toxic relationships in my previous video, so if you missed that one, I'll link to it above here. The fifth thing you can do is seek help. Most mental health professionals are great and totally qualified to help you cope with a gaslighting relationship after you get out of that relationship. And I definitely wouldn't recommend this step until after you've gotten out of the relationship, because if you're still in it, you're still subject to his abuse, and that renders the treatment you're gonna get useless because he's still around. Now, here are some additional things you can do to heal yourself after the relationship. The first one is take a relationship break. Just be single for a while. If you're the type of person that's social and likes to go out and meet other people, great. But just don't let any of those interactions turn into relationships. And you can even be clear with guys up front about that. You just want to use this time to rediscover yourself. Now, it's impossible to do that if at the same time you're trying to meet someone else's needs. So the point here is that the healing process is a solo activity. You have a mental health professional guiding you through the process, but you're the one that's doing the work. The second thing you can do after getting out of the relationship is cut off contact with him completely. You want to delete him from your life in every sense. Delete him from social media, you want to delete all of your photos with him. And this isn't something that you should feel bad about at all, because he lost you and you deserve better. And if you have younger children, seek full custody of them, because believe me, he will do the same thing to them. And the third thing you want to do is don't be afraid to grieve. It's okay to be sad and mourn for the identity you lost, the time that you wasted on him, and for the effort it will take to heal. Let your emotions out, don't hold them in. So that's gaslighting, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like down below. I'm sending you a virtual hug. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.